Ever thought about how often you use the letter D in your daily conversations? Probably not, right? Well, let's dive into the world of this fourth letter of the English alphabet, the dynamo that is the letter D. It's a letter that we often take for granted, but it's quite ubiquitous and holds a significant place in our language. Imagine a day without the letter D. Sounds absurd? Well, think about it. We wouldn't be able to discuss days, dates, or dinner. We couldn't describe something as delicious or dreadful. We'd lose dogs, dolphins, and daisies, and we wouldn't even be able to decide on anything. It's a daunting thought, isn't it? The letter D is like a silent hero, always there, always ready to lend a hand in making our language more expressive and meaningful. It's not just about the words it begins. It's also about the words it's in the middle of and the words it ends. It's an integral part of our language, subtly shaping the way we express our thoughts and emotions. From the delightful to the disastrous, from the mundane to the magical, the letter D is there, adding depth and detail to our expressions. It's a part of our daily dialogues, our written discourses, our poetic verses, and our scientific terms. It's a part of our identities, our names, and even our dreams. And yet, despite its prevalence, the letter D is often overlooked. But it's time we gave this diligent letter the recognition it deserves. After all, without the letter D, we wouldn't have dedication, determination, or dreams. We wouldn't have dances, diners, or daisies. And we certainly wouldn't have dilemma. So next time you speak or write, pay attention to the letter D. You'll be surprised by how often it pops up. Now that we realize the significance of the letter D, how do we pronounce it correctly? A seemingly simple question, but the pronunciation of the letter D can be as elusive as a chameleon in a paint factory. Let's begin by understanding the phonetic representation of D. In the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA for short, the letter D is represented as /D/. Easy, right? But here's where it gets interesting. When you pronounce the letter D, your tongue should touch the alveolar ridge. That's the bumpy area right behind your top front teeth. The tip of your tongue should press against this ridge, creating a blockage in the vocal tract. As you release this blockage, the sound of the letter D comes to life. Now, if you've been paying close attention, you might wonder, isn't that how we pronounce the letter T as well? And you'd be right. The difference between D and T is all about the voice. When you say D, it's voiced, meaning your vocal cords vibrate. Try it. Put your hand on your throat and say D, D, D. Feel that? That's your vocal cords dancing the D. But when you say T, it's voiceless. Your vocal cords stay silent. And what about the letter B? Well, B is also voiced like D, but the difference lies in where the blockage is formed. For B, your lips come together, while for D, your tongue touches the alveolar ridge. So let's recap. For a perfect D, think of 3 steps. Tongue to the ridge, block the vocal tract, and let those vocal cords vibrate. But remember, practice makes perfect. So don't be shy to practice your D's, T's, and B's in front of a mirror, in the shower, or while cooking your favorite dish. The more you practice, the more natural it will become. Remember, mastering pronunciation is a key step to becoming fluent in any language. So, let's make sure we get our D's right and keep on exploring the fascinating world of phonetics. D is not just a letter, it's a versatile tool in the English language. Let's delve into the different uses of this dynamic character, starting with its presence in words. D is the 4th most frequently used letter in English, and it's quite the workhorse. It's the initial letter in words like dream, dare, and determine, setting a strong tone right from the start. As the final letter, it rounds off words like find, hold, and wind, providing a solid finish. And let's not forget its role in the middle of words, where it bridges sounds in words like middle, riddle, and paddle. But D doesn't stop at being a part of words. It's also a popular abbreviation. It stands for diameter in mathematics, dose in medicine, and Democrat in politics, just to name a few. It's quite the chameleon, adapting its meaning based on the context. And then there's the world of acronyms, where D has a starring role. It represents day in the world of time, as in BCD, before current day. In music, D represents the key of D major or D minor. And in the digital sphere, 3D is an abbreviation for three-dimensional, bringing our images to life. In fact, D is such a part of our everyday language that it's easy to overlook, but take a moment to imagine a day without D. Suddenly, you can't decide or dedicate. You can't dream or dare. And you certainly can't do. So whether it's starting off strong in dare, rounding out the end in find, or playing a crucial part in an acronym like 3D, the letter D is not to be underestimated. It's a small letter with a big job, seamlessly blending into the fabric of our language, making it richer, fuller, and more dynamic. So you see, D is not just a letter, it's a crucial part of our language toolbox. Let's delve deeper into the significance of D. Why is it so important? In the world of music, D has its own unique tune. It's a note that resonates on the piano, the guitar, and countless other instruments. It's a key that musicians play in, a chord that rings out, and a scale that forms the basis for many a melody. The sound of D is distinctive, forming a vital part of our musical alphabet. But D isn't just a musical maestro. In the realm of mathematics, it stands tall and proud. Here, D often represents a variable in equations, a placeholder for numbers that we're trying to figure out. But it also has a specific role in calculus, where it symbolizes differentiation, the process of finding the rate at which quantities change. So if you've ever wondered how fast your car is accelerating, or how steep a mountain slope is, it's D that helps you find the answer. Venturing into the world of science, D takes on another persona. In physics, it's the symbol for deuterium, an isotope of hydrogen that's key to the study of nuclear fusion and the workings of the stars. And let's not forget vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin that keeps our bones strong and our immune system healthy. In the alphabet of life, D is indeed a letter of great significance. But it's not just about the big academic concepts. D is also a cornerstone of our everyday language. It's the start of do, dream, determination, and destiny. Words that inspire us and drive us forward. It's in date, delight, dance, and dinner. Words that bring joy and sociability. So even when we're not consciously thinking about it, D is there, playing its part in our lives. So whether you're a musician, a mathematician, or a scientist, D is a letter you can't ignore. So, what have we learned about the letter D today? Well, we've embarked on an intriguing journey, haven't we? We've delved deep into the world of this ever-fascinating fourth letter of the English alphabet. We've explored the dilemma of D, its pronunciation, its usage, and its significance. In our first stop, we confronted the dilemma of D. We saw how it's often misunderstood and mispronounced, causing a ripple effect in our communication. We learned that D can be soft, as in dodge, or hard, as in dog, challenging us to pay attention to the context. As we moved forward, we examined the pronunciation of D. We discovered that it's not just about the tongue touching the roof of our mouth, but also about the quick release of air. A slight mispronunciation can change dare to there, and we certainly don't want that, do we? Then we ventured into the realm of usage. We observed how D plays a crucial role in our everyday language, popping up in common words and even in some unexpected places. D can be a verb as in dodge, a noun as in dog, or even a musical note, proving its versatility. And lastly, we touched upon the significance of D. This humble letter carries a weight of importance, contributing to the richness of our language. It's a symbol of diversity, showing up in different forms and fulfilling different roles. In summary, the letter D is not just a letter, it's a dynamic, diverse, and decisive element of our language. It's an unsung hero that works silently in the background, shaping our words, our sentences, and our conversations. So next time you come across the letter D, remember it's more than just a letter, it's a symbol of versatility and importance in our language.